So this is question 4. Says, citing 3 reasons, explain the importance of requirements gathering in system development. So requirement gathering is a stage in system development where you get to gather to know the users' needs, different users, what are their needs like. So the first importance of this is accuracy and alignment with user needs. So requirement gathering helps you to ensure that the developed system accurately reflect the needs and expectation of the end users and these stakeholders. So you must engage these users, business analysts. You gather detailed information about the functionalities, features, and what would they like, so that this system will be a success. So when this system align with the user needs, it increases user satisfaction and adoption. So ultimately they will embrace this system and they will not reject it at the end. The second one is to minimize scope creep and changes. So gathering comprehensive requirements at the beginning of the project helps prevent scope creep. This is just, you're wondering what that could be. It just refers to uncontrolled changes or additional project scope as development progresses, because maybe you didn't get the correct view or the correct requirement of the users. So you try to align the system with their needs when the process is ongoing. So when the requirements are well defined and documented, it becomes easier to manage changes and even additions, reducing the likelihood of delay, budget overrun, even misunderstanding between the stakeholders and the developers. The last reason is to reduce risk and also for quality assurance. So when you gather this requirement, it will help you to identify potential risks and challenges early in the development process, so that now you thoroughly understand the user needs and business processes. So once you anticipate potential issues and decide and understand even what could be the hurdles, then now you can work on the solutions and address them proactively without first waiting for them to come up. So this will lead to higher quality systems that are less likely to encounter major problem during and even after implementation. So then the B part of it was asking, justify why an information system is considered as an intellectual property. We say that an intellectual property is majorly dealing with the work of art, something that you come up with with creativity. So it gives you a full ownership to this work, so that no one can come up and maybe copy or get something out of it without the consent of this owner. So why is it that an information system is also considered as an intellectual property? One is that originality and creativity. So information systems are designed and developed with unique and creative solutions to address specific business needs or user requirements. So the process of this concepting, designing, and even implementing an information system, it also involves creative decision making. It also involves design choices. It involves problem solutions. So this aspect contributes to the intellectual property nature of this system. And then the second one, we talk about expression of ideas. Like other forms of intellectual properties, information systems are also expression of ideas, knowledge, and even expertise. Those people who make these systems, for example, the developers, the designers, they translate concepts and requirements into tangible systems. That will involve things like coding, creating user interfaces, creating databases, and many others. So the way these elements are structured and combined reflects creativity, intellectual effort of these people. So it involves also creativity, just like the others. And then the third one is value and economic benefit. So intellectual property is often valuable and can provide economic benefit. The same way, information system, when fully designed and effective, can contribute to increased efficiency, productivity, and it also can generate income. So it's also considered as an intellectual property. And also another one, we have what we call legal protection. Intellectual property rights such as copyright, patent, trademarks, and trade secrets provide legal protection to creators and owners of this innovative work, because we say that they come up with their own minds. It's their own innovations. So information system can be protected through copyright. These are policies that grant the creator exclusive right to own these system codes and even the designs. We also talk about innovation and competitive advantage. The development of this advanced information system involves innovation in technology, innovation in methodologies, and even approaches of dealing with these system challenges. So this contributes to an organization competitive advantage. It competes with other companies, organizations that also are developing other systems. So now they must be also be categorized as intellectual property. Then question C was saying, explain the following features of a presentation package. So this presentation package could be something like PowerPoint. So there's the first one is transition effect. So what is transition effect? Maybe if you've used a PowerPoint program, you know that they use slides, and then maybe you want to be moving from one slide to another. So transition effect is in a presentation package, it refers just to the visual animation or effect applied to slides during the transition from one slide to another. When you are going through a slide, or when you are transiting from one slide to another, those visual animations or effects, those are what we call slides. Those are what we call transitions effects. So these effects, they just add dynamics or engaging elements to these transitions, making it just visually appealing. Then we have what we call speaker notes. So, speaker notes, they're just features in presentation package that allow the presenter or the person that is using this software to add additional information or a reminder, and this you could see, the presenter can see a sticker note. So these notes the audience can see when the user or the person that doing the presentation is able to see them, is able to use them as a reminder, but the audience cannot see them, as they are intended to help these presenters to stay on track so that they do not deviate from whatever presentation that they are making. Then we have a template. So a template is just a presentation package that are pre-designed just to ensure that this design is maintained to the end, so that it could be used from one presentation to another. So it's just a pre-designed layout or theme that offer consistent and professional appearance to all your slides. So they include predefined color, predefined fonts, predefined background or layout to ensure that you use the same, you are consistent in your design. Then the D part says, the organization where you work intends to set up a local area network. Advise your management team on 3 hardware components required to accomplish the above task. So among the very important hardware components that the organization could consider is router. So a router is just a device that connects multiple devices within an organization to form a network. It just allows devices to communicate with each other, because in a local area network, we need to connect these computers to one another. So the router will provide local IP address, internet address to these devices to enable them to identify and communicate with each other within this local network. Then we could also have a switch. So a switch is quite different from a router, because the switch will just manage data traffic within the same network. They just create a network of interconnected devices by just forwarding data packets only to specific devices they are intended to, from device A to B. They are not intelligent, in short. For this, this one will just improve data transmission effectively and also reduce network congestion. So they will need also a switch. They could need network cables or Ethernet ports. Remember, the data will be moving from one place to another, or from one device to another. So they must either be moving using physical media or cable media, or using other uncable and physical media like Wi-Fi. But in case they intend to make a physical layout, then we need network cables. So network cables, especially they will use Ethernet cables, are an essential component for this physical connectivity of the devices. There are very many Ethernet cables, very many categories. We have Cat5, Cat6, Cat6A. They offer different data transfer rates. Then we have network interface cards that they can use, NIC. So this network interface card or adapters, they are just hardware components that you install in your computer, and the devices are now able to make your computer, or to enable your computer connect to a LAN, to the local area network. The E part says outline 4 factors that could be used when selecting the best software development methodology for a specific project. So there are very many methodologies that you could use. We could use waterfall, agile methodology. These factors will make you decide which methodology you will use. The first one is project complexity and scope. We have some projects that might be very complex than others. So the complexity and scope of the project may play a very significant role in this selection. For example, for a large and complex project with well-defined requirements, we could use a traditional methodology, for example, waterfall. But when we have a very evolving project, we could use agile methodology. Then we have customer and stakeholders involvement. So you must consider the level of involvement or required from the stakeholders and throughout this development process. So if you need frequent collaboration and feedback, then you could use agile methodology, because this one emphasizes on continuous communication and regular dimensions. But if the customer prefer a more hands-off approach and want to see the final product at the end, they do not want to be involved, then waterfall could work better. Then you also check time constraint and deadlines. So project timelines are a factor here. You must check the deadlines. This will influence the methodology choice. For example, agile methodologies are known for their iterative nature. This allows for incremental development. So this can be beneficial when deliverance is needed quickly. Also, we have team experience and skill set. So the skill and experience of the development team also impact methodology selection. For example, if you have a skilled team, then you can use agile. This one embraces collaboration and adaptability. However, if the team is more comfortable with structured planning and well-defined requirements, traditional methodology like waterfall can work there for you better.